then. Right. Hope you're all well. Welcome along. Hope you're all well. Right. This is where we got to. We got loads of clips to find, which is amazed me last episode because I thought we were getting to the bottom of it, but it looks like there's going to be a few more twists and turns. I'm just double checking. Nothing else to there. There is a game. If you look, there's a game here or something. Which one was the game? There's a game somewhere. Perhaps it's in the rubbish bin. Yeah. Mirror game, look. You can play. Put the purple one there. Oh, we put the red one there. Oh, we put the purple one. And over there. Oh, look, I made loads of purples. Red, we'll go. There. Oh, purple. We can put purple. Put purple there. Oh, we put red. Anyway, what's that? I don't know what hack one is. Picture or something, look. Anyway, let's stop thinking. No. So, for those of you who haven't seen the last few episodes, basically, Simon's dead. We discovered last episode, I think it was, that he was slashed in the throat with a broken mirror that he gave as a gift. Now, these women here, one says her name is Hannah, the other says her name is Eve. They look exactly the same, so twins. Eve is saying Hannah did it, and then they hid the body down the cellar because Eve is pregnant and they always share like life basically. Hannah was a shy one, Eve was more outgoing and a bit of a hussy. So yeah, they shared. So, but Hannah fell in love with Simon, broke the rules. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. We obviously got loads more to find out. I can't remember what we searched on. There was a word. Oh, there was a word that came to me when she said Hannah Carl. Oh, cute throat, mirror, gifts. Right. She mentioned a wig. Is there any significance to a wig? Yes. Let's start down this road. Oh, it's 4 new ones. So let's have a look what went on with the wig. Let's have a look.
A wig? You mean... what type of wig?
Oh no, see, she's fibbing, because there's definitely a wig. Because Eve said that she was wearing her wig.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Oh, she's saying that again, she's lying. No, it's a different interview, look.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
What's a cat flap got to do with it? That's why she's denying the... Oh,
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Oh, here we go. The music starts, so we started well. Got a bit of music already. It's all a bit twisted, isn't it? The better half I've been watching, she'd love it. She'd love it. But she hasn't been watching. I'm trying to convince her to do, because this isn't very long, this game, apparently. We might be done in a couple of episodes. Don't talking over the music. I'm trying to convince her, next game, me and her to play Overcooked for a few episodes. See how that goes. She's taking some convincing though. It's because she always does it wrong, you see. I'm very good at it, and I always do my part of the deal. And anyone that knows Overcooked, you've got to like run a restaurant, and you can have up to 4 players, but we play it, and one of you got a chop, and then the other one might have to like cook the soup or whatever. So I always do it right, but she always does it wrong, and she loses a rag. But there's loads to pick out. Let's get back to this game. There's loads to pick up for this, isn't there? There's an attic we gotta look at. There's this STD. Well, she was trying to get pregnant because Hannah was pregnant, I'm guessing. 17. They were getting married at 17. That's another thing. What's this attic thing? Let's have a look at this. Wow, 12 entries found. Oh, okay.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back, me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Dollhouse, I want to look at as well now. Is that anything? I'm just picking out words now, just to try and get some clips.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic.
Definitely doing dollhouse.
It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Definitely doing dollhouse.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
There you are. Rapunzel, dolls, dollhouse. That's our next strand.
She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Who hid her? The mother or Hannah?
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge.
She said.
It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Wow, music's still going, isn't it? Right, I don't know how to get to like the next 7. So you can't scroll, you can only come up with 5. So let's have a look at dollhouse then. Am I clicking and clicking? Right, there's one we haven't seen, so let's watch that one.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
One entry right about that. What about Rapunzel? Not the spelling. Is that how you spell Rapunzel? Ooh, there's a few of these. Let's have a look. Well, let's watch this one then. Let's see what she starts with, because that's before this one. So let's do. This obviously comes from the same interview. So let's watch them all. We've seen this one.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind, but she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much? Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour? Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Pass. We're doing like a thing, will they? Let's see what this one says.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean...
Just done that. We want to have an hour just now.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Right. What was the word? Witch. Ooh, a couple more. Right, so she was talking about, when we'll watch that one again, she was talking about Madame Gothel. Let's see what these ones say.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in the stories.
Right, so I assume they're saying they are the lost princesses. Evil witches, are they mother? Magic mirror is what he killed her with, and what was the other thing? Can't remember the other thing. I told her my memory was bad.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches,
Mother? Could that
magical
be mother?
mirrors and lost children.
Children, yeah, they lost children. Right, there
See-
we go. What's this one at?
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Oh, the music again from that. Oh, I don't get these. Are we the mother yet? Ooh, 9 entries. And I want to put Ma. But that's not going to come up with anything. So, Mum. 8 entries, one we haven't seen. So let's do this one. 45 seconds, that's long, isn't it?
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Bit weird, isn't it? Right. Let's have a crack at these then.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Yeah, she got issues, hasn't she?
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Oh, there we go, bit of music still.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real-life fairy tale.
Right, we know the story, don't we? She was taken away by Florence. There were a couple of words in there then I wanted to look at. Oh, names, wasn't it? Sarah. Well, we've done that, so that's nothing. Eva. That's nothing. Mother. And father. Oh, caps lock on. No. Dad. Oh, there's a couple. Let's watch it.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Oh, I've got to go back to that cat flap, haven't we? That's come up a couple of times now.
They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Oh, so the parents were killed under mysterious circumstances as well. Right. Two things. Mushrooms. Ooh, 1 minute this one. Get ready, strap in.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I'd slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. And there's no way he would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Well, it seems every episode we uncover another big twist or another big milestone in the story. So her parents. Right. Mushrooms poisoning. Poison. Oh, it's a couple. Ooh, let's have a look.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
You did it, you murderer.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
I suppose if you just check poisoned, does that do any more? Don't see. What else should we look at? Let's work. She was talking about work. We got a couple here. Look, 12 entries. I don't know if I can follow that watching these. Oh well, let's watch. Just go through because they're all in order. Nice 17, 18, 23. So let's see the context with these.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's a palindrome.
Oh, I remember saying this.
It reads the same backwards as forwards.
Don't look in a mirror.
It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not
Yeah,
quite
see.
symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea.
Get the idea, don't know.
Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Smith, Hannah Smith, Simon Smith. Where's one?
Simon
Hello.
Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows,
Mirror
artistic things.
making.
Really beautiful things. A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle. No. I'm not sure what Strange would be, but he hasn't been acting odd. He's been busy at work, but nothing too stressful.
Oh.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
There was another thing I wanted to look at. She said, oh, she was doing those cards. Have I passed the test? Ooh! Oh, we come back to that. We come back to that. Let's do this one first. Ooh!
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Oh, right. It's only 5 seconds.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Ooh, right. Well, this could be a road to go down if you want to lie. Whoa, what's this? What's chit chat? No, I'm not done. We'll come back to that. I want to watch these. Lie.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Oh, what's this chit chat thing? How can we be done? We've got loads left.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
So we got loads left. Well, this can't be the end, surely. I'll just say no, I guess. Nope. Well, this is gonna be thing. Oh, here we go.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Ah. What the?
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
So, we are at the end of the episode. We've got loads of clips left. But I'm tempted to see what happens if you say yes. Or can't. That's it, I've done it. Oh, cool. So look what happens. Wow, so we are her son. Nah. Huh? Well, well, well. I think we'll do another episode on this, just to try and get some more of these. So if you've got any sort of terms you want to know more about, if you want it, you know, we need to find out all this thing. Look, all the middle of the year we haven't got. We got the last one though. We haven't got the first one either. I wonder if hello. Hello? What happened here? No. Right. So we will come back and do this on Saturday. Just to try and get a bit more story and try and understand it. Because I still don't think I understand it very well. But we are their daughter, or are they the same person? Is that what it is? Is she like split personality thing? Is that it? Anyway, we'll have a think about that before next time. Have a good one. I'll see you Saturday for this. It might, well, it'll probably be the last one for this. So I'll see you then. Ta-da.